Well, hello there. Welcome to the Obi-Thorn Alliance. I'm Jacob.
And I'm Luke.
And in today's video, we are reacting to the Dune trailer free reaction. If you like the sound of that, like and subscribe and stick around.
Yeah, so this is the third trailer we're getting for the second part of Dune. Dune, you can check out our review on what we thought of Dune 2. We've both got some interesting thoughts on Dune, which we might get into a bit later. Yeah. What's important to know about Dune? What is the premise of Dune, if anyone hasn't seen the first part?
Well, it's based off a book, and that it is a science fiction epic, and that it is on warring factions want spice from a planet that has spice on it.
Yeah, and it was apparently inspired George Lucas to make Star Wars. Get into that a bit later. And it's directed by Denis Villeneuve. I hadn't heard of him before, looked up things he'd made. He'd directed Sicario, I hadn't seen, and Blade Runner, my latest installment, which I had seen. So that's all I know about his work. Stars Timothée Chalamet, who was recently in Wonka, which was an okay movie, and Zendaya, who people would know from being in Spider-Man and being Tom Holland's fiance. So Zendaya, just one name, no last name, always fun. So, should we get into the trailer?
Yep. Big explosion.
It's okay. I'm here. It's been a while since you've had one of those nightmares.
Oh, no.
Tell me, what was it about?
It's only fragments. Nothing's clear.
Clear in your mind, young one.
You've been fighting the Harkonnens for decades.
Who?
My family's been fighting them for centuries.
Your blood comes from dukes, the great houses. Here, we're equal. What we do for the benefit of all.
Well, I'd very much like to be equal to you.
Maybe I'll show you the way.
This is the way. Very...
Deal with this prophet. Send assassins.
Fade Rother. He's psychotic.
Lovely.
I see possible futures all at once. And in so many futures, our enemies prevail. And I do see a way. There is a narrow way through.
I see a way. One away.
My allegiance is to you. Do you believe me?
This is a form of power that our world has not yet seen. The ultimate power.
I want you to know I will love you as long as I breathe.
You will never lose me as long as you stay who you are.
Consider what you're about to do before the trade is.
Silence.
This prophecy is how they enslave us. You are not prepared for what is to come.
So... what do you think?
It looks good. It is, according to Wikipedia, it is a epic.
Yes.
Which we looked up, and just means it's a big scale film. And I'll give it that. It does look like a big scale film. Do I care much about the characters? Not really. It's a generic sci-fi story. Factions, people, the masses standing up against the mighty, and the mighty lose, and the masses go on to have a great future. Like, you just tell what's going to happen. I could be wrong, but that's what it comes across. It looks like a film that needs to be seen in the movies, and
Yeah.
I'll go see it. It'll be alright, but it'll just be... It's just not my thing. What about you? You're more into sci-fi than me.
Oh, personally, visually it looks good, but story, I couldn't... I'm sorry this might be a hot take, and I'm sorry for people that have grown up with the books, and I know probably love those characters, but personally I just couldn't care less about those characters, their prophecy and their love and everything. I just personally didn't buy anything that happened in the first movie, and I just think Star Wars is better.
Yeah, I'm a bit over this whole faction thing, forbidden love. It's not a new idea. I know Dune was out before a lot of these other movies we've seen or books that kind of copied from it, which is what's sad about it, because it seems unoriginal, but it's actually way more original because it was done before. But I can't help watch it and just think, Star Wars copy, Star Wars copy, which I know it's not, and I just can't undo that. We've copped a lot of slack in the comments about this from our last video, and I said, well, Timothée Chalamet's character is just Luke Skywalker, and they're like, no, he's better, it's not this, it's not the same, nothing like it. That's just my opinion for someone that's kind of a... I watch sci-fi movies exclusively at the movies for the big screen action. So this movie I will go see. It said it was filmed in IMAX. We don't have an IMAX theatre here, but we do have the screen that wraps around you, so I'm sure sure it'll come out on that. I'll go see it just for the experience, but I don't know, I'll take the storyline with a grain of salt, because it's just not any... I don't care. I just want to see the epicness of it. So
Expectation out of 10?
For what it is, I think it's going to live up to the hype. I think it's going to be pretty good, but I know I'm doing a reaction to a genre that I'm not too passionate about, but that's just how it is. So I think for a sci-fi, it's going to be good, but sci-fi is kind of like, for me, it's just not my cup of tea. I appreciate them, but it's not, I know, I'm not fantasy or sci-fi minded, so, you know, it's going to be something I'll go see, but, you know, I'm probably not going to watch it twice, and I don't really remember what happened in the first one, but I'm not going to waste my time and watch it again. I'll just go in there, just like the first movie. Like, honestly, the first movie didn't explain anything, which again, I've been criticised about. So there's no point me watching it because the movie doesn't explain it. So I'll just watch a recap or something. That's enough for me.
For myself, I'm going to go with 6. Visually, it looks epic, got story. I have no idea what's going on, and I know people have said that it's up to me to understand, but if the writing doesn't help me to understand, I think that's on the writers, but yeah.
I don't like when people say that, because that's like going and watching a movie in a foreign language and going, you know, it wasn't for me, I didn't understand what they're saying, and something like, well, that's up to you to go learn that language. It's like, yeah, we get that, but at least if I want to watch a movie in another language, I can chuck the subtitles on. This is like, they've actively chosen to not explain it very well. And other people said, oh, well, it was there, it makes sense if you aren't, well, I didn't get it. Clearly I didn't get it. So if their appeal was to, we want everyone in the world to like this movie, they failed, which obviously not everyone's going to like a movie. But if they're like, oh, the people that get it and already knew what was going on liked it, we nailed it. So that's a weird way. Who writes a movie and goes, we just want those that get it to get it? Like, shouldn't you be writing it so that the masses like it? But whatever. I think it's going to be good though. So I criticise it, but I think it'll be good for a sci-fi. To answer your question before you asked me to put a number on it, my expectations are really high. I'm expecting a 9. Okay. So if it's anything less than that, this movie disappoints me. So that's all. I got high expectations for it to be epic. I'm already admitting the storyline is going to be confusing, and I don't care about it. But I'm expecting epic, because they put epic in the title. It said there that it is an epic sci-fi, so it better be epic. So.
As always, what do you think? Very curious to know. As always, you're awesome, and keep being awesome, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.